Hey everyone, it's Christopher, Mono County Library Director and co-host of the Oxygen Starved podcast. 2022 is wrapping up, and you know what that means? Annual best of lists. Lots of organizations do them, including Mono County Libraries. For a number of years now, we've been putting out our top reads of the year brochure. You can find these in any of our 7 locations, and they are titles recommended by a variety of our staff that they've enjoyed reading and recommending to library patrons throughout the year. And what I thought I would do for today's Book Talk Friday is just highlight a handful of those titles. And the first up is Our Crooked Hearts by Melissa Albert. This was chosen by Amber in Bridgeport, and she says this is a dark, moody, tense, magic-focused mystery that explores the tender and tragic dynamic between a mother and her daughter. Next up is The Speckled Beauty, A Dog and His People by Rick Bragg. This was chosen by Annan Benton, and she says, I love the way Bragg told the story of his relationship with a stray dog that came into his life when he really didn't need something else to take care of. Anyone who's ever had a dog will enjoy this book. Next up is by one of our newer staff in Mammoth Lake, Cian. She chose Babel, An Arcane History by R.F. Kuang. With anti-institution themes wrapped in the dark academia historical fantasy world of Oxford, this book had me immersed, invested, and sometimes crying. That's Babel. You don't have to write any of these down because we helpfully put them all in a brochure for you. Next up, Carissa, our Youth Library Programming Manager, chose Tumble by Celia Perez. She says, this book resonated strongly with me. 12-year-old Addie discovers parts of her life were hidden from her only to learn the full version of her story had caused the grown-ups in her life emotional pain. Her love and forgiveness help her adults learn to grow again. Now, the next title in the list is My Ad. This is Gallant by V.E. Schwab. This 13 and up novel follows poor, mute teen Olivia as she discovers she is related to the owners of a mysterious country house. Good thing she can see ghosts because the battle of dark versus light is at hand and only she can see how to end it. The last from what I've picked today is a title a lot of people in Mono County have been reading, Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt, including Janet and Lee Vining, who said, this family saga features a giant Pacific octopus as a main character and reflects the healing power of interspecies relationships. Now, there are a lot of other titles on this list I just didn't have physically in front of me today. They include Dinners with Ruth by Nina Totenberg, chosen by Carol at June Lake, Clyde's Forever Home by Diane Bouvier, chosen by Sharon in Colville. Every Good Boy Does Fine, A Love Story and Music Lessons by Jeremy Dunk, chosen by Beth and Lee Vining. The Candy House by Jennifer Egan, that was Judith and Mammoth Lake's choice. The Trees by Percival Everett, that was chosen by Lori at Crowley Lake and the Makerspace. Love and Saffron by Kim Fay, that was Stacey Adler's choice. And finally, Monsters Love Cupcakes, a fun picture book by Mike Austin, that was chosen by Shalise, our early literacy coordinator. Now, these brochures are in any of 7 of our library locations. Come in and grab these. They're guaranteed to get a good read out of them. As well, we've also included the top 10 checkouts around Mono County during 2022, so you can see what you and your neighbors have been reading. Also includes a listing of a variety of programs and services you can enjoy with your library card, as well as each of our 7 locations and its contact information. This is our Mono County Library's Top Picks of 2022 brochure. Stop in, pick one up today, find a great read. They're all recommended by professionals, and have a happy and safe 2023.